As you guys can probably see with the added water in the bottom of the pond there, we have been rained out for almost 2 weeks on this project. Jason and Chris are both gone. Matt and Jerry should be back on the job. Let's see if we can get this thing wrapped up. You guys seen in the last video, the majority of the dirt is moved. We need to get the overflow in, and we need to get all the topsoil put back, and just a few little random humps and bumps and knots and stuff kind of leveled out. So Matt's on his way here. I think we're going to take the 140 down this morning and get the overflow pipes putting in. Jerry should be here shortly. I'm not. You guys want to take bets on which dozer he gets on? I don't know. He's kind of taking a liking to this one, but that's his baby over there. So both of them are fueled up and ready to go and greased and all that good stuff. So we'll see what dozer Jerry chooses whenever he gets here. But the homeowner or landowner decided to take out that little patch of trees over there, and we need to do just a little bit better job of transitioning that knoll in. And then we got all this topsoil up through here. We basically need to get pushed back, and that topsoil over there goes on the back side of the dam after we get the overflow in. So let's go ahead and get the 140 fired up and get rolling. Jerry and Matt should be here shortly. Fluids checked. Fire in the hole. So the most logical spot for this overflow pipe is right here, kind of over here in this little corner. I don't know what it is, but that right down there used to be a small pond of some sort at one time. We're basically going to let this drain into that, but we don't want that to hold water anymore, so we need to go back there and bust what little bit of dam it's got so everything will drain out. I don't think it's very deep. I don't think there's much water in it. That's famous last words, right? We're going to go down here. I could go down around that way, but I'm going to have to clear out a bunch of trees and go through the possible mud we dredged, and I don't want to make that a bigger mess than what it already is. So I'm going to attempt to go this route. Throw this off to the side here. Big old snake in that tree. Do you guys see that? See him curled up in there? Right there. He's still alive and he is not happy. Oh, you're not coming towards me, buddy. Sorry about your luck. I'm gonna leave you alone until you start coming my way. All right, there we go. Hang on. Oh, it's a little softer than I thought. Not bad though. Let me get some of these trees and stuff here cleared off. The dam's pretty much already busted over there, which is probably where we're gonna go to. So let me get this cleaned up here a little bit, and we'll get over there and get that cleaned out. All right, I got myself wiggled back in here. I don't know if you guys can see right there, but yeah, that mud is pretty deep, folks. We just about lost the track over there, but don't worry. We got her out, got the brush cleared off. Just kind of cutting a notch through the dam here. I was hoping I could get the dozer down here and kind of smooth this up after I was done, but it doesn't look like that's going to be in the cars as soft as what it is. So after I get this dug out, I think I'm just going to take the take the excavator and kind of clean myself up on the way out. I'm trying to make myself a little bit of a bench up here on the high side so I can kind of get down through here. That's kind of working out. Matt just showed up, so I'm gonna have him get the laser set up. We'll get ready to get an elevation on that overflow. Hopefully Jerry will be here soon. So I just kind of got this roughed in here a little bit, guys, because I'm not 100% for sure what it's going to end up looking like, but basically got what's left of this old pond kind of draining out through there. Kind of envisioning maybe getting the dozer down here and transition this in and around a little bit. Got to be careful. That's a little bit of a swamp hole. But I think our overflow from our pond is probably going to come out right here, and then that'll kind of be a set point where we'll contour that around. Matt has got the laser set up and got the pipe packed over here, so we'll go up here and get set, get rolling on that. And Jerry has showed up, and surprise, surprise. So in the beginning of this video, before you guys were here, yeah, I had the people on YouTube taking bets which dozer Jerry would choose.
Who won the bet?
Well, for us, it was pretty much a no-brainer because I knew exactly which dozer he was going to choose. And the reality of it is, the 850B is ready to roll, turn the key, take off this morning.
J.
The J. The B actually had a dead battery.
I had to jump start it for him.
And he still insisted we get the old dozer fired up and going so he can use it.
His exact words were, well, does Mike really need you right now? I'm like, no, Jerry, we'll start your dozer, buddy.
Uh-oh, we're in trouble. He's stopping.
Yeah. He's gonna ask if it's break time again.
All right, so you got water level set, right? So basically we're gonna start in right there and head down over the pond. Oh, he ran over a flag. I'll translate. He said get to work over here. Yeah. We're going, Jerry, we're going. All right, I think we can pretty much take a straight shot right down over the hill, can't we?
After you move that dirt, yes, I think it's going to be a great trajectory. So.
All right, let's do it.
Starting point to an overflow pipe. Look at that, like always. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say, look at that grin on your face. That's right. I'll just say don't go any deeper. Which I know, never mind.
That's what she said.
We gotta take a little bit more out from the line. Not much, DP, not much. Got about 2 inches of fall, that's what we like.
You guys see Matt up there trying to... Hey! You gotta go the wrong way, the bell's downhill.
I'll spin it.
We can't have that. It'll never hold.
I know, everybody needs to make fun of it.
I figured out if you put the bells going downhill, it's at least worth 1,000 comments on this channel. So if you ever need comments, you just put a pipe in backwards. Everybody's got an opinion, but the funny part is, the few jobs we have put them in backwards still work just fine today, folks. They still work just fine. Matt's getting that pipe swung around. I'm trying to kind of maintain this pitch the best I can coming through the dam here. It makes all them pipes go together so much better. And then we'll eventually kind of notch off the sides there a little bit when we can get the roller up and down alongside it. all put together. Get it all packed in, I should say. We'll get her all put together here. We'll go check on Jerry, see what he's got going on. All right, we're going down in here. Hopefully we don't regret this decision like we almost did earlier. I don't know where my snake buddy went. I haven't seen him in a while. I didn't kill him, he survived wherever he went to. I just had to change his direction when he was coming to me. There it is, got us a nice little slope down through there, plenty wide. We should be able to get the compactor up the ditch. I'm gonna try to sneak my way up and around here, and we'll start at the top, putting the pipe together and come over the hill. Oh, better move the tree branch. I don't want to scratch the track out. There we go. Matt's got the pipe laid in there the right way. We're going to put a little bit of dirt on top of it, starting here at the top. Kind of work our way down, get them all pushed together, and then we'll run a compactor up through there.
Yeah. See what the pipe is. Just stop it. Just stop it. So basically, folks, the elevation is perfect. I bet you he doesn't edit that part out.
The real question is, did you remember the lube?
So I went to the Derby Market and I asked the very nice ladies at the front desk if they had any lube for the pipe that we're sleeping today. They had some dish soap, so we are good to go.
They even got the antibacterial version.
Yeah. So not only is it going to be lubricated, but it's going to be disinfected.
Now, on a previous job, another employee that we won't mention names, but is considerably shorter than you, got some of that in his eye.
Oh no!
I got a little snippet of it on video, but he was crying like a little baby for about an hour. You ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
It started?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna grab the machine, we'll push her together.
All right, everybody, as you've seen time and time again, this is home, and this little piggy's trying to get to home. Mike's gonna push nice and easy with the excavator. Yes, sir. Getting close. Hold that. Beautiful. Like it.
All right, got that first joint together. I'm gonna throw enough dirt in the ditch where we probably got about 6 inches of cover over top of that pipe. Then we'll come up through there and run that compactor up through there and make sure it's all sealed in around there. We don't put in a concrete seal below it because our theory is with all the ribs in this pipe, it basically does the same thing. Seal collar or whatever you guys want to call it, everybody calls it a little bit different. I know Chris Let's Dig 18, he does his overflows completely different. And just like anything else, there's definitely some advantages to the way he does his, but there's also some disadvantages to it. One major disadvantage is cost. It's cost and the potential for hazards to obstruct the overflow. And his overflow has a chance to leak and possibly lower the pond up to 2 feet. Now, one major advantage is the pond only has to raise about 3 or 4 inches, and he's flowing a full pipe of water where we're not. But we also have a little more freeboard on a lot of our dams, so it's not really that big of an issue. The reality of it is, it's just the way people get to using. The way people get to doing different things in different part of the country. That's pretty normal up there where he's at. It's not really that normal where we're at, and you do anything out of the ordinary and people start asking questions. So we kind of just got to go with what system is accepted in our part of the country. But one of these days I am going to do one Chris's way, just for the heck of it. Because there is some good thought process behind it. There's also one of those things that you really want to overcomplicate something that's already working. So anyways, let me wiggle my way down here and we'll get this next pipe pushed together. We'll get this next one. You ready?
Yep.
Give her a little bump here to the side of the bucket.
Yep. Perfect.
What I like to hear. What'd you ask me?
You have your multi-tool?
What's it worth to you?
Cutting the string off of this pipe that you're installing.
$5.
We'll see. I'm sure by the end of the day.
I need lunch. I'm gonna be hungry here in a minute. Is it worth lunch?
I mean, I can chew it off with my teeth if I have to.
Now that would be a good video.
Yeah, I forgot my knife. Give me your knife.
So is this a good time or a bad time to tell you I seen a massive snake right there this morning?
Well, you dug him out of here, so we're good.
Actually, we relocated him and I'm not for sure where he went. I think he's in that pile of dirt, but I'm not for sure.
Just get the pipe on.
You ready?
Yeah.
Why are you in a hurry all of a sudden? Go.
Take it that way a little bit.
You're awful piggy.
Come on. Yep. Good.
Can I come back this way a little bit now?
Maybe.
Like right there?
Yeah, that'll work.
Alright, let me get a little bit of dirt on that.
What color was this snake?
It's on a need to know basis. You probably
Multiples or just black?
It was just black.
Alright, we're good then. He might just, you know,
That's
make
why,
me itch a little bit.
That's why I didn't kill him.
I was putting out trail cameras over the weekend, and I'm walking up to one of my cameras that I want to replace, and I hear, and I look over, and there was one like 7 feet long, big old king black snake. I said, all right, that camera's gonna stay there until later.
All right, let me get a little dirt on this, and we'll let you get the roller on it then.
Good.
Jerry's still running wide up on the old 850 there. I will have to admit, for finishing, that dozer is probably a pretty good choice. Matt is attempting to get the roller in the ditch here. We'll get this pipe compacted here pretty good. Hopefully he can get in here without any issue. Oh. Good articulation on the little roller. Oh, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. This beats the heck out of the little jumping jack that Chris had. A little bit higher on the edges. And the wheels are on both sides of the pipe. It may not do quite as good a job, but it does a pretty good job. It really does a good job of beating it down in there. It's right up the trench. Very nice, very nice. I'll come back down here with the machine. We'll finish raking the rest of that dirt on there now. Let him run over it one more time, and then that'll pretty much be done. All right, come back and put in there a lift of dirt in here for Matt. We can get that all compacted in, and the last little bit, whatever's left after that, will just be finished with the dam as the dam gets finished. This is where the new tilt bucket would come in handy, reaching down here pulling this back. The farther you get down the pipe, the less crucial it becomes, but you still want to make sure you got it compacted the best you can. I think we'll get this this compacted in. That's pretty much going to be the end of the compactor on this job. Hang on. Gotta take that bucket, make a little bit of a low spot in the middle of that trench like that. Really puts the emphasis of that drum on the outer edge. Gets everything whacked in pretty good. See down there at the bottom how those wheels split that pipe. Did a really good job of compacting it on both sides. We'll let him roll out a few more times, and we'll clean that up with the dozer and push this pile of topsoil back on it. I had a little bet with everybody on YouTube this morning which dozer you would choose when you showed up.
I just kind of missed it, I guess.
You didn't disappoint me because that was my guess. I told him, I said we even had to jump it from a dead battery so you could use it this morning. So everything.
Worst case scenario, I could take the D4.
Everything cleaning up all right over here. Well, we got that power rake here, Jerry. I think we'll just.
I can't really get it out.
Yeah, we're kind of limited on what topsoil we got to work with. So. Oh, you got that cleaned up pretty good down there with the big dozer.
It's going to be all right.
So.
And I'll just flatten this out with a little of this material.
Yeah, you got some good dirt pulled up in there. That was the one spot that we were a little bit steep yet, so I say just From about the bottom third of that dam's got some decent topsoil on it. It's this top third we need to get a little bit on.
And I can rob a little if I have to out this way.
Yep.
I'm glad to see we got a new fluffy ball. Wind suppressor, whatever you call it.
You guys can't see, but I got a new microphone here this morning. Jerry didn't like the old one. He thought it was getting a little ratty. But you gotta remember, Jerry, they can't see that part. They just listen to it.
Yeah, but I get to see it though.
All right, well, don't let me slow you down.
Okay, bud.
I had a lot of comments about the old 850V smoking a little bit more than normal. I think it has to do with the time of the year. We're getting late. The sun's getting lower, so you're kind of looking through the exhaust a little bit more. But I can promise you one thing: that dozer uses less fuel than the other one. It don't use an absolute drop of oil. And I've got the old theory: if it's not broke, don't fix it. So you can see which dozer's running today and which dozer's sitting. So we're gonna let her keep on singing her song and doing her thing. Before the landowner decided we want to go ahead and take those trees out. I think we're going to push those trees down in the old pond here, but before we do that, we need to kind of clear the path. That's kind of what Jerry's doing now, is getting that topsoil pushed across the dam up here. Matt went to grab something to eat for lunch. He gets back, we'll let him get on the power rake, and hopefully he can knock a lot of that stuff out of there. Not sure why, but Jerry absolutely loves that old dozer. It is a lot of fun to run. All right, I'm gonna go back, finish getting my little patch of trees done. Hopefully by then, Jerry will have the topsoil out of the way, and we'll be back in business. Jerry needs a little bit of topsoil over where my brush pile sits to do his job. Well, there he goes with it. Took me 20 minutes to pile it up. It takes him about 2 seconds to push it off. Not fair, I tell you. This little scraggly stuff just sucks. I'd much rather take out big trees all day long than this stuff. Best about this small stuff is just about trying to get it wrapped around the teeth and yank it out the best you can. Some of it comes out, some of it breaks off. This right here is pretty much the end of it. I'm gonna head down there where Jerry's putting his brush at, make sure he don't need help getting it tucked off in the woods. It's a little bit soft down there yet. All right, quick change of plans here. Jerry's pushing topsoil up around these trees, and we got a couple low-hanging limbs here. We'll go ahead and break these off. That way we can get the dozer. We'll get the dozer in around the tree here to get everything finished. And whoever has the brush hog this field in the future, I'm sure will appreciate not having to deal with those. A little tree trim. Perfect. These guys are looking pretty good down here. I don't know if I'm going to do a whole lot to it. They just kind of hinge them around here a little bit. They're a little close to the overflow pipe, but for the most part, they're tucked off in there pretty nice. That should work. Got the overflow pipe open, got a little bit of a hole here in front of me. Jerry should be able to get that last little bit in there. Better get out of his way because he's coming down the hill. He'll push me in the brush pile just the same as the brush. See that? We almost see Jerry scratch the bait. Alright, since Jerry's determined to run the old dozer, he gave us the thumbs up, I'm going to take advantage of it. I'm going to run the new dozer here for a little bit. We got fluids checked in this thing. Oh man, I got a sticker bomb. Let's see if this one will fire up this morning. I'm going to go a little bit old school and run with the doors open this morning because it's actually a nice day out there. See if this one starts.
You know why I started? Is the sticker that's behind Dirt Perfect.
Yeah, I'm not buying what you're selling there, bud. All right, let's go put some topsoil back. the back side of the dam right here. We'll make a few more passes on the 850, knock down the big windrow. We'll let Matt hop on the ruckus brake and kind of see how he gets along with it. Park it up there out of the way. Matt's hopeful I'm gonna hop on the D4G and make his power raking a little bit easier, but I'm not for sure that's how it's gonna go yet. All right, pretty much got everything roughed in with topsoil. Matt's over there with the power rake. Poor guy. He's just a wee bit on the struggle bus here this morning. That AMI ruckus rake is absolutely awesome. Hands down, the best power rake I've ever used. If you guys don't know, AMI sent that to me about a year ago as a free YouTube demo. I liked it so much I ended up buying it. And up there at the show, we had a few suggestions for them on how to make it better, and they've made a lot of those improvements as far as putting a step on it and making sure the side cleaners stay on. But there's one addition I wish they would make to it. They don't think it's that big a deal. I get back over here by the rake, I want to show you. I want your guys' thoughts, but man, it's a handy tool. It takes a little bit to get used to, but once you get used to it, it's hard to beat. All right, so while Matt's doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and bust out the rest of this topsoil right here, get it drying out, and get it pushed back down to the lake. We actually stripped this topsoil because we thought we were gonna have to get some dirt off this hill for the dam, but we ended up having plenty of dirt on the other side, so we did end up re-contouring this just a little bit so it's easier to mow. So it wasn't a complete waste of effort to do it. But we need to put it back, so that's what we're gonna do. Alright, ended up hopping out here for a little bit. Matt was on the major struggle bus here with the power rake, so I tried to give him some pointers to help him out here a little bit. He's got her going a little bit better. He was trying to dig the tool too hard and too deep into the ground, and it was just making it hard for him to push, and then he was offsetting himself to full width of a skid steer. That's some pretty rough power raking because they're basically power raking over top of finishing by the 850 instead of the D4, so it's a little bit extra work, but he's getting the hang of it. You see how squirrely he is now? It's because he's got his traction jacked up too high.
Better or worse?
So you're definitely better. One thing I forgot to tell you
That's
is
hot, probably.
You got way too much weight on your front wheels. That's why you can't drive straight.
Okay.
You need to make sure your tracks
Tilt less.
You need to make sure your tracks are flat on the ground and you just got a little bit of pressure down on the front wheels. Otherwise, whenever you come across that hill, you can just see yourself going all over the place.
I felt it. I kept correcting it. Yes.
And then you're just going on the back tip. So if your back tip falls in a hole, it affects the front.
That's why I slid down the hill.
That's why you slid down the hill.
Okay.
So you got to find that balance between keeping the track flat on the ground but still keeping pressure on those front wheels. See, one of the improvements or one of the changes I want AMI to make is this thing tilts 28 degrees, which is awesome.
To mess with it.
But if this was an option for a slotted hole to where it would like tilt maybe 10 degrees on its own, just following the wheels, like going across their contour, they're wanting to make a control valve so you can adjust it on the fly, but I think I'd just soon have this where you can do it automatic. You can still
make it to where you lock it too, though?
Yeah, you can have an option to either or.
Like a double hole.
Right. I think like watching you operate right here, I think it would take a lot of the skill out of the operator and you could get a lot better job.
Also trying to give me a compliment without making it as negative as possible.
I'm just saying I think that would be more beneficial than the valve, but you guys that run power rake a lot, comment below and let me know what you guys think. I think it'd just be cool to have the option to where that head could float. You don't need to float the full 28 degrees, but even if it could float like 10 degrees, like 5 degrees each way, I think it'd make a big difference. he's getting it. I'm gonna sit here and coach him for a little bit longer, and then we'll go do something. Gotta learn somewhere, right? Getting a little bit better. He's got about the right amount of dirt in front of it. He may have it tilted a little bit too far. That's what I'm talking about. If he had that slotted to kind of make that adjustment for him. But he's definitely tracking a lot straighter because he's got the right amount of pressure on the front wheel. I think there's hope for him. I think there's hope. That was better.
A little better?
A little better. All right. All right. Don't get to sit here and babysit him. He's got enough information to do a good job. He just got to figure it out. So we're going to hop on the D4 and go over and help Jerry for a little bit. You guys can probably see Jerry over there. He's pushing the topsoil back down from that windrow we pushed up. He's got it pretty close around here, but I can definitely get it closer with the D4G. I'm going to go through here and just kind of bust this top off one time. That way whenever Matt gets over here at the tire rack, he's not fighting it near as bad. So hammer down, let's do it. Making progress, making progress. Matt pretty much got the backside of the dam done. It actually turned out pretty nice. Looks really good. I've got this kind of roughed off here. It is just hard with the this topsoil basically come out of the wood, so it's full of roots and debris. I know somebody's gonna comment, well, you should have had a root rake. I don't think it'd do a whole lot of good in here with everything that's here. The ground, it's just too wet. It clumps together. We've tried it and tried it and tried it. Just never had much luck with it, but that thing does a pretty good job of kicking the big ones out. The small ones, if they stay behind, by the time the grass comes up and you brush hog it, they disappear pretty doggone quick. Jerry's just about got all the topsoil busted out. While Matt's working on this, I'm going to work on this section here, and we're getting close. We are getting real close. There she is after she's all said and done. Everything graded out very nice and looked really good. With that topsoil around there, you can really kind of see the profile of the pond or lake, whatever you guys want to call it. Kind of comes in nice, kind of see the shape. The original water level was right in here somewhere. As you guys can see, we added quite a bit. Actually added about 1.5 feet, almost 2 feet to the top of the dam there. Got our new overflow in. We do have an emergency spillway over there on that side, and we're getting done just in the nick of time. I don't know if you guys can see out there in the water. It is starting to rain. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this series of videos. Sorry it kind of got drug out a little longer than I intended with the expo going on and me traveling up to see Chris coming down to see me, and the weather. We're about a week behind on this job, but nevertheless we got her done. It turned out absolutely awesome. Still got a little bit of debris to pick up. Of course, the brush hog and Father Time will take care of the majority of that. The main thing is the ground is very smooth around here and should drain awesome. So hope you guys enjoyed the videos, guys. If you did, give her a big thumbs up. Want to make sure you don't miss the next project. Consider subscribing to the channel. Either way, I sure hope we'll catch you on the next one.